God Israel, my Tovu. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom, everyone joining us online this morning. So this morning we will be using Siddur Shirah Hadashah, which was supposed to be our new Siddur, but they changed it. So if you have the Siddur, we're starting on page. Still. Okay. If you have the Siddur, it'll be on page 3A that we're starting. If you don't have the Siddur, not that one, Philip, this one. You can use the sheets. I printed out the sheets. There you go. So everything that we'll read will be on the sheets. No? Huh? It's not. I think they're on the sheets. So, we'll start with the morning blessings. My God, I thank you for my life and my soul and my body, for my name, for my affectionate nature, and for my way of thinking and talking. Help me realize that in my qualities, I am unique in the world, and that no one like me has ever lived. For if there had ever been someone like me, I would not have needed to exist. Help me make perfect my own ways of loving and caring, that by becoming perfect in my way, I can honor your name and help bring about the coming of the Masonic age. Next, page 4A. You have blessed me with many gifts, God, but I know that it is my task to realize them. May I never underestimate my potential. May I never lose hope. May I find the strength to strive for better, the courage to be different, the energy to give all I have to offer. Help me, God, to live up to all the goodness that resides within me. Fill me with the humility to learn from others and with the confidence to trust my own instinct. Thank you, O God, for the power to grow. Amen. And now we're on page 12A. Oh, no, sorry. Is that right? Thank you. It would help if I had one of those. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. Le'olam vayed. Le'olam vayed. Yananai nai nai. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I'm so sorry. I should have told you all to stand, but I forgot. So those of you who still can be seated. Now we're on page 12A. We are loved by an unending love. We are embraced by arms that find us, even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched by fingers that soothe us, even when we are too proud for soothing. We are counseled by voices that guide us, even when we are too embittered to hear. We are loved by an unending love. All right, this time, please stand for the Shema. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem, Baruch Please be seated. Love, only love with all your heart. Love, only love with all your soul. Listen to the wisdom inside and around you. You will remember. As you're walking through the day, make the world a better place. Children will learn, and their future will be love. Love, only love with all your heart. Love, only love with all your soul. Listen to the wisdom inside and around you. You will remember. In your home and on your way, make your life the voice of God. Be a sculptor for the holy. Be a doorway for love. Love, only love with all your heart. Love, only love with all your soul. Listen to the wisdom inside and around you. You will remember. You will remember. Now, 15B. Do you have truth? One hand up. Truth is not the best loved of virtues.
No, it's not. It says this is the truth.
Oh, sorry. This is the truth that stands upright and firm. These words that are good and enduring the beautiful. It is true that you, Eternal One, are the source of the strength, as you were for our ancestors before us. Through you, we come to know the majesty of creation, for you created us, acknowledging that you are the bedrock of our existence in our salvation. For you help us live creatively. We have no power without you. It is true that you existed before anything else and will exist forever. We have no freedom that does not come from you. You continually bring us out of confined, soul-destroying slavery. With great joy, we sing with Moses, Miriam, and all Israel to live before you at the shores of the sea. Micha mocha, b'nei Adonai. Micha mocha, nedar b'kodesh, norah tehilot, osei, sorry, beloved, osei, micha mocha, b'nei Adonai. Micha mocha, stand for it to be loud. Adonai sefatati ta ufia gita hilotel. Eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. So start 18b. Blessed are you, Eternal One, our God, and God of our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, of Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah. Great and mighty, awesome and exalted God, you deal kindly with us and embrace us all. You remember the faithfulness of our ancestors, and in love bring redemption to their children's children for the sake of your name. You are our sovereign and helper, redeemer and shield. Blessed are you, O God, shield of Abraham, protector of Sarah. You called me into life, setting me in the midst of purposes I cannot measure or understand. Yet I thank you for the good I know, for the life I have, and for the gifts that in sickness and in health I have been my daily portion. The beauty of earth and sky, the visions that disturb me from my ease and quicken my endeavors, the demands of truth and justice that move me to acts of goodness, and the contemplation of your eternal presence, which fill me with hope that what is good and lovely cannot perish. For all this I give thanks. Holy, 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 a spirit of generosity and kindness, may we always be grateful for its presence. Holy, the moment of gratitude, the recognition of beauty, the search for the best in each. Let us sanctify that search, and each small step achieved towards godliness. Let me feel your loving kindness in the morning, for in you I trust. Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. Guide me in your truth and teach me, God of my salvation and my constant hope. Send me your light and your truth. Let them lead me. Let them bring me to your holy mountain, to your dwelling place. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a willing spirit within me. We'll take a few moments for quiet prayer. Shalom Aleinu, Ve'yakol Israel, Ve'yakol B'nei Adam, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'yakol Israel, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu, Ve'yakol Israel. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu, Ve'yakol Israel. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu, Ve'yakol Adam. Okay, this week's portion is Deuteronomy 10. I'll just read it in English. So instead of doing the Torah blessing, we're going to read this poem that is in here. Okay. Instead of doing the Torah blessing, we're going to read a poem that's in here, which I printed out on the sheet. It starts with "In each age," and we'll read responsibly. In each age, we receive and transmit Torah.
But in each moment, we are crushed by the will.
In each age, we are challenged by our ancient teaching.
But in each moment, we stand face to face with the truth.
In each age, we add wisdom to that which has gone before.
But in each moment, with loving hearts to serve one another.
And we say this together. In each age, the children of Torah become as builders and seek to set the world firm on a foundation of truth. So, and now, O Israel, what does the Lord demand of you? Only this, to revere the Lord your God, to walk only in his paths, to love him, to serve the Lord your God with all of your heart and soul, and keep his commandments and laws, which I enjoin upon you today for your good. Mark the heavens. To their uttermost reaches belong to the Lord your God, the earth and all that is on it. Yet it was to your fathers that the Lord has drawn in love for them, that he chose you, their linear descendants, from among all the people, as now is the case. Cut away, therefore, the thickening of your hearts, and stiffen your necks no more. For the Lord your God is God supreme and Lord supreme, the great, the mighty, and the awesome God, who shows no favor and takes no bribe, but upholds the cause of the fatherless and the widow, and befriends the stranger, providing him with food and clothing. You too must befriend the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Israel. Love therefore the Lord your God, and always keep his charge, his laws, and his commandments. So, a few months ago, I met with a friend in the city of Brotherly Love, my hometown, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I hadn't seen him since we were teenagers, and back then both of us were very religious Christians. He heard that I converted to Judaism. He was surprised by my conversion, and he asked me what was the basic thing of Judaism. I was a bit thrown. I wasn't expecting such a deep question over a cheesesteak. But before I could even think or gather my thoughts, my mouth said, love. I immediately doubted that answer. Then I read the portion in preparation for today, and I think I gave the correct answer. This portion not only reiterates parts of the Shema from chapter 6, to bind these words to your hand and your forehead, to teach them to your children, and recite them when you're at home and away, when you lie down and rise up. But in chapter 11, verse 18, it adds, impress them on your heart, which is much more permanent than wearing a tefillin or having a mezuzah on your doorpost. This portion also gives further instruction, like loving the Lord and serving the Lord with your heart and soul. But there are some specific things that are very important, like upholding the fatherless and the widow, and befriending the stranger and providing them with food and clothing. There is an old song, I'm sure you all know, that says, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. And sadly, this is definitely still the case. How can we tikkun olam without love? Did you know that there are approximately 10 words for love in Hebrew? Depending on the source, 9 to 12. There are different types of love: romantic love, parental love, brotherly love, and loving kindness. Ohev, ahava, chesed, rut, and rachmim. By demonstrating and living by these types of love, we can help repair the world. Making sure that people, not just refugees, but all people, have food, shelter, and clothing. Befriending the friendless. Showing loving kindness to the orphan and the widow. Loving your neighbor. Not just the people who live next door to you, but anyone in your community. And by taking all of this a bit further and having compassion for standing up for and advocating for other communities that are under attack, like women, our LGBT brothers and sisters, migrants, and civilians suffering in war zones, regardless of their country. By taking these conscious actions, taking other conscious actions, and protecting our environment. These are just a few, but if we all did these things, perhaps things would change. These are huge tasks for us to undertake individually, but perhaps if all of Judaism reclaimed the covenant of love, we could too come along. Finally, I want to leave you with a quote that's on the handout that I gave you all. It's by Rabbi Arthur Green. Love is at the heart of religious life. The Torah narrative is really all about the powerful love between God and his beloved, the community of Israel. To stand in God's presence is to live a life shaped by love. It requires an open heart, one that is able to receive the love of God that pours into each of us, each moment of our existence, and one that knows how to take in that blessing, that gift of love, and reshape it into love for those around us, both within the human community and extending to the full fellowship of God's creatures. Shabbat Shalom. This is going a lot faster than I planned it to. Right. Are there any announcements, Greg?
I have no match.
Rebecca?
Yeah. Because not everyone has seen it. So you'll see in the bulletin the details for our reflection evening on the 7th of October are now coming together. It is during the High Holy Days, but please do put it in your diaries. It will start here at 7 p.m. With a candle lighting, very special candle lighting that Phil has made. Readings, reflections, prayers, and testimonies from friends and families of KLS members who will be either joining us live on Zoom or by pre-recorded video. A number of our members were directly impacted by the events of October the 7th, so I think it would be really good for the community to support them to mark the anniversary. And then we will be also having a very special Havurah supper, so you will notice that in the mosaic room there's a book of recipes that are the hostages' favourite recipes that the families pulled together over Shabbat. So we're asking people to attend to select a recipe from the book, mark it up so that we can know that you've selected it, and obviously bring that around. So we'll also celebrate with food, not celebrate with food, we'll mark it with food, and it will be an evening of sadness, reflection, but also looking forward. So please, we want a really, really good turnout to support those of us who were directly impacted. So that's 7 p.m.
My turn. So there's a couple of things coming up. Of course, next week we have Rabbi Rene's farewell service, 45 as usual, so please come along to that. But then our next social event is on Sunday the 8th of September. It's a little bit different to our annual picnic and rounders in that we're going to be having it at Linda and Ray's garden. Their garden isn't quite big enough for rounders, but we are going to have garden games, and it's a kind of replacement for the garden party, which unfortunately had to be cancelled earlier in the year. So that's Sunday the 8th, make sure that's in your diary. And there'll be an email popping around as well, so you can just let Linda know that you'll be coming so that they can plan.
I don't know whether you read, but Alison's got an art exhibition next week in London. She got sponsorship from the Hood to curate an art exhibition for 10 artists from the Jewish community. And they've taken a shop for 4 days as a pop-up shop, which is in Old Street, I think, in London. And
Where?
where is it? Is it Old Street? It's in the bulletin, I think.
I think it's in the Shoreditch area. Hold on.
Okay.
Very cool.
Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Okay.
Well done.
Yeah.
Proud company, yes?
Yes, of course.
And I have two announcements too. These just came about yesterday, so I haven't even had a chance to tell you.
Oh.
Well, you know about one of them.
Okay.
So one of our members is offering a bird watching tour at the Wetland Center in Barnes. We're aiming to do it in a Sunday in late October. So if you're interested, please let me know. So we get enough people, and we might give her a discount, and because it is paid, unfortunately. And then we'll put a date in the diary. Also, there's a Jewish walking tour that has gotten in touch and has invited us for a group tour of the original Jewish London. We'd have to book this. We can book this anytime we want to, but it is also paid. So if you're interested, let me know. Yeah, both of these events are paid. We'll have to figure out how much they'll cost per person. Like I said, the Wetland Center, we might be able to get a discount if we have enough people. The walking tour is a set price, so you'd have to divide it between everyone who wants to go. So the more people who want to go, the better.
Where would that start then? Do you know where it is?
No, not the Wetland Center, the Jewish tour. You mean the Jewish tour, right?
You can do both. We can do it as one thing.
We can do it.
Now it's Jewish issue, no, it's not.
Because I'm sure it'll be Finchley area. Because it's,
Or would it be the East End?
yeah. On to Elaine. That should be on your sheet. Oh, please stand. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Loved, each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all lands, between and light up the universe with joys, of wholeness and freedoms and of peace. Sorry about that. Okay, the cottage. We think of our loved ones, whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those who we have drawn into our hearts as our own. This week, we remember Joan Fisher, the mother of Mimi Zeta, Leah Vidon, the mother of Helen Green, Yetta Lyons, the mother of Phil Lyons, and Cynthia Hellman, the mother of June Worth. Is there anyone else? Someone else to remember?
I'm thinking today of my friend Alison. She died in February this year, and she would have been 60 today. So both of them.
Anyone else? Okay. May their memories be for a blessing. Yekadam v'yekadam shirah, Dhamma v'yakadam. Amen. Yehi Shnei B'Baram May Amen. Nase. You may be seated. I'm sorry. Shall we sing Maya Faith? Ready? Maya Faith, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom is the sign saying my Ready? I'll come over here. Ready? Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Eternal One, guard your going out and your coming in, now and forever. Amen. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Robyn.
That went really, really
Yeah, I think
What was the cheese like?
Cheese steak. Cheese steak. Steak. Yeah. It's a sandwich. It was delicious. Although not as good as I remember.